everyone, and welcome to Rinda and the Raw. Today we are going to be husking seed from a mango fruit. So everybody's been doing it wrong and wanting to take a sharp knife and risk stabbing themselves trying to get to the seed when there's no need. All you have to do is dry it out for 5 to 7 days, up to 10 max. But you'll let it dry out on the outside. And before doing so, of course, after you've eaten it and enjoyed it, you're going to take the fuzzy part, and it's only on the one side, and simply peel it. You're going to peel it slowly, starting at the bottom, and make your way. And you're going to peel it in a way that you're ripping it and encouraging it to open, not just tearing the furry bud off. Then it'll finally open. You'll simply crack the shell, being aware of what's going on around it, just in case there is a little bit of there it goes. So you'll have a tiny bit of a embryo shell, I don't know what you call it, sac, and then the outer shell of this seed, you can take it off, being again careful not to disturb a root that might be possibly growing. And there you have it. There is no need for a knife. Again, you'll start at the bottom, pulling it out, getting it ready, and you'll pull it to the side, not down directly, but sort of to the side, while using that kind of as a thing to break it. You see it's open. There's no need to use a sharp knife. Ouch. Be careful that your nails are strong enough though. Ooh. If you have to, go from the bottom a bit. Encourage it. There you have it. If the skin is still pretty moist and doesn't really want to come off, don't force it. Just leave it on. It's not going to hurt it. And then, so you'll have your seeds. I've got a couple here that I've started. And just going to get them out of there. If it looks bad like this, and there's an area that looks like it's rotting, do not plant that. Don't bother planting something like this because it is not healthy. You'll make sure that it is slightly even green and nice and healthy. See, like this one, you can see that the plant is going to start growing soon. The tree. Gently peel this off again. If it doesn't want to come off, just leave it on. It's not going to hurt it. Try not to disturb it the least you can. See, this one looks like it was going to start growing a little bit of a root. So again, we want to be really gentle with that and just leave it alone. Don't disturb it. Now, when you're going to plant this, I'm in Canada, so I'm going to have to always keep in mind the temperature and keeping the plant in the conditions that it would normally have if it was in a tropical climate. So I'm going to let it get dry. The soil will like to be dry and a very slightly acidic in nature. See, this one is good. Always making sure to check for its integrity before you plant it. See, like this one has a little bit of browning, so I'm going to make sure to keep those ones in a spot so I can remember how they're doing. So yeah, when you're watering your plant initially, you're going to make sure that it's always moist, wetting it to make sure that the seed gets to sprout. But then once that's happened, the roots are going to get pretty big. So you'll want to have a 1 gallon container per seed because it does need for its own nitrogen, own area for its roots to spread. So there we go. This one's got good integrity, but want to watch for it. So I had a little bit of a mango feast, as you can see. It was delicious. These are going to be smaller mangoes. I unfortunately don't know what type of mango it is, but it again was a smaller mango, mini-ish mango, wasn't too big. So this one has a little darkening, so I'm going to watch out for it, but you know, survival of the fittest. You're going to put it in the soil as deep as the seed is. So it's going to go on its side when you're planting it in the soil. You're going to make sure before you put it in the soil that the soil is moist. Again, you're going to give enough space initially in a pot that's going to be small enough, probably about a, say, 8-inch container. Stick it in there, put it, water it constantly, and then once it gets at least 4 true leaves, then you'll transplant it into a bigger pot, and then you'll graduate it from there. But it shouldn't need to go into too much bigger than a 2-gallon pot. So that's how to dehusk the shell, the seed, out of the shell of your mango, and without needing sharp objects that could hurt yourself. Thanks, stay tuned, and if you learned anything from this, that all the other guys are doing it wrong on how to open these things, do click like, and if you haven't already, subscribe for other videos that will have amateur gardener and me doing silly things such as mukbang sometimes, or just exploring life. So grow with me, click that notification bell, and do make sure to stay tuned for upcoming videos that are always coming soon. Love you, and you, and you, and you. I love you. Make sure you love our plants and our planet. Grow some trees. Make sure you're growing your plants from scratch, organic, using things to recycle and so forth. Okay, talk to you soon. See you, everybody.